Guys, today's a new video, and as you can see, I actually got what do you call it? The refining materials for the Tier 5 Fukusaku and Shima for Jiraiya. And I got a bunch of other refining materials for Jiraiya also, for example, for the oil headband, the white lion hair, Fukusaku and Shima, obviously. And then I also got one for the knitted scarf for it to go to Tier 5. These are the stats. And then you also have for, what do you call it? The Sage Cloak, which, in my opinion, is quite honestly useless, but, I guess it's kind of like whatever at this point. It's useful, it's useless, it's just a tier 5 item, I guess. But anyways, so on to the main topic, which is obviously Jiraiya here. The Jiraiya combination card. So I told you guys that the reason that I wanted that particular item, the Fukusaku and Shima tier 5, is because of that. As you can see, he now has 3 shadow clones, and he does a fuck ton of damage. So let me just give you an idea of how much damage he does. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the Sage art and change this to the Flame-tailed Beast Spot, Earth Release, Swamp of the Underworld. Hang on, let me check this out. And multiple shadow clone, there we go. Okay, so here we go, and we go to the Tailed Beast. Now, I just realized this, but this particular, the Sage Art Gemon, is actually a, true damage. So as you can see, 72 million. So he just gets shadow clones, he gets even more powerful. Hopefully he doesn't die. And there you go, 92 million, 600, 82 million, 500, 82 million, 51 million, I believe, on the second attack. 53 million, 37 million, 100 million, 700 something million. So as you can see, he can actually go toe to toe with the Tailed Beast. And keep in mind that that's the one with the true damage. So the secondary attack was with true damage, and keep in mind the one with the true damage, the attack, the Asura one, that one actually does a lot more damage and increases his damage output a lot more. So here, check it out. So that's 6 million, and then 17 million. Hopefully he doesn't die off of this, and there we go. And continue, and I believe that was 41 million and 40 million. 130 and 100 million. 71 million, 44 million. 145 million and 895 million, I believe. I could be wrong on that. And keep in mind, this is just the combination card by itself. This is not the card being given a boost by, say, Jiraiya. This is not the card being given a boost by, say, Orochimaru and Hashirama or Omui, I think his name is. It's not like that. It's just the Jiraiya Naruto combination card. Now, admittedly, he has a fuck ton of ninjutsu attack, but at the same time, you have to keep in mind that that's a lot of damage for just one card to do with no particular bonuses such as overclocking. This is just the card by itself doing a fuck ton of damage, which I think is pretty awesome. Yeah, and because of the fact that he has the Jiro Ninja, the lion white hair, he can use the Nido Jins. Basically makes him immune to any sort of effects for 1 round, which is very nice. So, what can I say? I just think that this is pretty fucking badass. Look at that damage. Once again, this is just Jiraiya by himself, the Jiraiya Naruto combination card by itself. This is no added bonuses. This is no Orochimaru with anything. So as you can see, this makes the card itself a lot more powerful. So yeah. CP boost, it's quite a bit. Before this, I believe it was 5.4 million CP. Not quite sure. I haven't bothered trying to set up my max CP for quite some time. So that's gonna be interesting when I do. At the moment, I'm really just getting gold for a very good event, and then I'm gonna upgrade the fuck out of my items. But yeah, that's really about it. So what do you guys think? That was the tier 5 Fukusaku and Shima. I could go ahead and just do the Ninja World War, but I'm fairly sure that would be boring simply because, well, I'd have to start from the very beginning. And I don't think you want to hear me coughing every couple of minutes. Although, fuck it, I guess. Let's do this. I can just ramble on about nothing, I suppose. But yeah, this, like I said, this particular item just makes the Jiraiya Naruto combination card that much more powerful. Reason being is, like I said, it releases 2 shadow clones at the most whenever he releases his unique skill. And as you saw, the card itself started with 6 million worth of damage with his original damage, with his original attack. By the end of it, he was dealing, I think, 100 million and 800 million, right around there. I could be off by a couple of million. But yeah, he was dealing a lot of damage for what was essentially one card. It was basically the Jiraiya Naruto combination card soloing the Eight Tails by itself. Admittedly, it probably had Lux had something to do with it simply because, well, you don't. Most of the time, that does have a lot to do with it. But I mean, just to give you another example, and see if this works. I know a lot of people are having trouble with rough success. So just look at that. And also, it doesn't show it here, but it should actually apply a, what do you call it? Damn, what's it called? Oh, hey, it looks like it provides a shield instead of just a... See, Moo's nearly dead. It looks like it provides a shield instead of just a protection. And there you go. That happened. Tsuchibaku Tensei. I know that this card is supposed to play a fire debuff, but I mean, I guess it hasn't applied it just yet. And there you go. Onage. Let's try, I guess, Stop Nagato. I think Stop Nagato might actually win. Simply because Nagato is pretty overpowered. And hey, there you go. It actually it blocks the damage from an actual what do you call it? From an actual attack. I wonder if this could work. I guess. Yeah, is that okay? Let's see how Hokage does. Let's see. Okay, so the bleeds still apply, so that makes sense. I wonder if I could put on enough hit for Jiraiya to actually do enough damage. Let's put on his actual items. It should be enough. I don't think the Sage Cloak applies to Jiraiya. Or at least I don't believe it does. Those are all his items, tier 5. The only ones missing would be the Mount Maiboko scroll. Everything else is tier 5. But let's see, where's Naruto? There we go. A knitted scarf, headband, that thing, black rod, that other thing, Mount Maiboko scroll. And that should work. It's not so bad. See how much hit he has. Oof, only 400. That's not that good. Let's see. I know the Hokage is probably gonna win, simply because. Whatchamacallit. Wait, what is it? Okay, yeah. Simply because that stupid Mizukage card has way too much dodge. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so it blocks skill damage, but it doesn't actually block effect damage. That's interesting to see. If frustrating, at the very least. So yeah, Jiraiya and the Naruto with enough hit could actually be pretty fucking dangerous up against the those guys. So that's good. Let's see. Now let's check out my formation reinforcements. Okay, wow, we can deploy a lot more reinforcements than before. I have to upgrade Yamato. His stoofs. Let's go to Yamato actually. I think I skipped him. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we're fine. There you go, tier 4, and see, enhance. Tier 4, tier 4, tier 4. Okay, yeah, everything's at tier 4, that's good. Yamato's feet mark, Yamato's ninja suits. Jonin armor, headband, yeah. I would upgrade him to diamond, but I mean, I don't see any real point to it. Oh yeah, heads up, I think the Sasuke event may be coming up fairly soon. Simply because that real life thing is already popping up. Yeah, I mean, excuse me. That boosted the CP just a little bit. It's now at 630 something. I'm sure that if I bother to put in, let's see. Wait, no. I said I was gonna do Ninja World War. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Let's put the Chichikage's cloak back on. Let's put the Zetsu ring back on. Let's change that to... Huh, there's a lot of things that are fucked up here. Okay, so let's see. No, that's the actual team itself. This is what makes up the team. So, let's see. Jiraiya should be using the first Hokage's thing. Naruto has that. Naruto should actually be using an Ichi Paradise. Yeah. There we go. Zetsu's ring. The Geta. Missing. Okay, rep sunglasses works. Should probably apply the missing headband back to Zabuza. I have way too many items. Like, way too many items. Need to put them back in their place. And nope. Which reminds me, I need to upgrade Kisame's ring. It's been there for a while. Great beheading sword. And then we put on his... whatchamacallit? Jumpsuit, nope. Shiriko, nope. Sage cloak, nope. Sage cloak, nope. And... Yataratsu, no. Ninja kneecaps, there we go. Wait, Yamato already... okay, yeah, he already has his feet mark. Not so bad CP-wise, I guess, for Yamato. He could do worse. Probably gonna up him soon enough, but too lazy. Let's see, so... he has Max Nin. Maximum ninjutsu attack? No, not yet. Oh yeah, this is what the leather sleeve for Sasuke looks like at tier 4, level 105. Sasori's ring should do nicely for him, I guess. Yeah, that should really be about it. Nothing else as far as I can tell. Most of the stuff on Itachi's really just for, what do you call it? Hit rather than actual ninjutsu attack. Okay, so let's see. So we got that, and now we go to my Ninja World War. Okay, we got that, that. Okay, we good. We cool. And skip because this does nothing at the very beginning. Let's see. But yeah, it looks like the Sage Art Genmon does true damage, which is quite interesting to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. But like I said, the Sage Art, it should provide a fire debuff, although I could be wrong. From what I remember, whenever Jiraiya, at least when I used Jiraiya at Diamond, um, when I used to use him, he would release a fire debuff. Now it could have been just a skill from Jiraiya, because Jiraiya does have a skill which lets him do a flame debuff. But I think it was also from the Sage Art Genmon. But we'll see. The reason I'm skipping past these is because at stage here, just watch. This is stage 26. Look at how much it takes. And it's over. And we didn't even get to see the secondary attack or even him release his passive, so that's kind of why it's like that. Why I'm skipping past these. I'm actually gonna start. The real rounds at the very least would be right around I don't know, 50, 60. That's when they have a decent amount of HP, and even then, depending on the cards or even your luck, or just how much attack you get on the way there, you could see yourself dealing a lot of damage, a lot of damage, which ends the round prematurely. And let's see, so skip. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to be able to gear out my Naruto and Jiraiya just completely decked out with their tier 5 materials. But that feels like it's going to be a long way from now, simply because of the way that the tier 5 items are set up. You have to pay quite a bit of money just to get them. To get the Fukusaku and Shima tier 5, I actually had to pay about $100, which, I mean, I don't know whether to say it's worth it, but I mean, I did it, and it's happened, I guess. And there we go. So it's 15k gold. That's gonna stack up nicely whenever some event comes up. Some events, not summon event. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that gold Hashirama soon enough. And then as soon as I get them gold, I'm gonna get diamond Tobirama. Well, as soon as I get gold Hashirama, I'm gonna go for diamond Tobirama. And then after that, I'm gonna go for diamond third Hokage, and then I'm gonna have a new collection, but that's far away from now. And yeah, see, I think that got to round 2, maybe. And that's stage 46. So that's kind of why I'm skipping past these. Man, I hate it when I'm sick. Everything just feels congested. It's a yucky feeling. You sniffle a lot, your nose feels plugged up. It's horrible. And then you start hearing weird popping noises in your ears. Maybe that's just me. But yeah. And let's see. Okay, this one's supposed to have a little bit more HP. For those of you who don't know, the toads, they always have extra HP. So do the puppets, so do the mask from Kakazu. So if you're a new player and you don't have that much ninjutsu attack, try to avoid those guys when it comes to the Ninja World War, because it's going to be that much harder. And hey, we got to round 2. We're going to get to round 5 more than likely. But yeah, it doesn't look like, it looks like the flame debuff was actually provided by the Jiraiya card, not the actual combination card itself. It was a unique skill from Jiraiya. And there we go, that's not so bad. Alright, look at that, and it's done. Yeah, see? We got two unique skills, that's nice. And see, this is the wonderful thing about the Ninja World War. I'm doing a lot of damage, and even so I'm doing even more damage simply because of the percentage buff that you get for selecting attack. Right about now I have a 177% buff, which means I do that much more damage, nearly twice as much. And Jiraiya already does an insane amount of damage. As we saw, he dealt a couple of 100 million just by himself within a 30-round period. Now, keep in mind that Orochimaru can potentially quadruple that at the very least, depending on how lucky you are with the cursed seals. Then, let's say you get really lucky with the shadow clones and you get all 6 shadow clones. That's the recipe for an extreme amount of damage. And also considering that you get an extra 2 shadow clones every other round if you're lucky enough, well, it's just a recipe for awesomeness. Let's see how much damage he deals right now. So okay. And that card's dead, but... Oh yeah, this is another one of the rounds that actually has a lot of HP. Which could be potentially dangerous because, once again, the more HP means that it may take you a lot longer to just take down the cards, which means that you may lose simply because you run out of rounds. And let's see, come on. Alright. Oh, hey, I think we reached the point where they break the damage barrier. That means that the amount of damage gets in the billions at that point. It's no longer a, excuse me, it's no longer a point of it being, oh, he's doing damage in the hundreds of millions or even 1 billion. No, you're getting to the point where it's 2 billion, 3 billion worth of damage per attack. And Jiraiya reached that point, so I mean, within, I believe, three unique skills, and you get a total of 6, and his damage increases substantially with each unique skill. So yeah, I mean, he can do damage basically is what I'm trying to say here. As of now, like I said, I think I'm gonna just save up a lot of gold for those Uzumaki clan keys, and once I get done with Tobirama and Hashirama, getting them gold and such, I'm gonna work on just upping all of my tier 5 items. Well, not tier 5, all of my items all the way up to all my items that have a lot of hit. I'm gonna be upping them because people have way too much dodge at this point, and it's getting really annoying to fight against that. For example, the Mizukage Chojiro combination card, annoying as fuck. But we'll see. let's see. Yeah. Hopefully someday I'll have enough money just saved up in the bank randomly, so I could get that diamond Madara Uchiha. It looks like it'd be a pretty bomb ass hell card to have. I mean, pricey as fuck, but either way, bomb as fuck too. And I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna bother with auctions again, unless it looks like it's gonna be a really easy auction. But I don't think I'm gonna bother with auctions simply because, well, it's way too much cash. Way, way too much cash. And we have reached stage 80, and with only 200 attack, which, believe it or not, that's very little, considering how far in I am. Usually, I'm at 300, possibly 400 worth of attack, when I get to this point. So, you know, Jiraiya is pulling his weight, basically. And let's see. And keep in mind that these cards, they get stronger as their defense gets stronger the more you go on. So, at this point, dealing like 10 million worth of damage is not going to register unless it's true damage. It's only going to register as very little, actually. Sorry. I think the debuff is doing 27 million worth of damage, which means that that's more or less how much Sasuke dealt on the first attack. And as you saw, they only took it as a 2,000 worth of damage. So that should give you an idea of just how powerful their defense is. Which means that it's insanely high, basically. You just have to start dealing a lot of damage just to even register at this point. I really can't wait for when they release the Kaguya event again, because I'm gonna destroy that thing pretty hard, especially with the way that my cards are set up at this point. Fairly confident that I'm going to just obliterate Kaguya. Probably deal a couple of billion damage on the first try. And there we go. Come on, curse seal, red curse seal on Jiraiya. Damn it, it didn't apply. Oh well, he's still dealing a lot of damage. Once again, keep in mind, he has a great curse seal on him right now. That means that his ninjutsu attack is in half, and he's still dealt broken damage, which means more than 2 billion at the very least. So yeah, the damage is real. The damage is real, basically. I think now at this point, the way that Jiraiya is stacked up, even the second Hokage Tobirama may have a challenger for the amount of damage possibly dealt per round. That's interesting. And yeah, I mean, just insane amount of damage every single time they release the unique skills. Don't get me wrong, nobody else is slacking, but Jiraiya is just on another level now. I still think that Sasuke might be able to deal more damage, but that's mostly based on luck. Jiraiya is still king right now when it comes to stable damage, I suppose. And look at that. There we go. 17 rounds for a stage 85. So, yeah, only 17 rounds for stage 85 with a team that has a lot of extra HP. So, that should give you an idea of just how much damage these guys are dealing. But once again, Jiraiya shining through, dealing a beast amount of damage. And I mean, if you let Jiraiya in PvP, if you let him get long enough, when it comes to his damage output, he will destroy. It's not even a matter of, maybe it's just that he will, if he even hits you, he will more than likely one-hit KO your card simply because of the amount of damage that he's doing at this point. I wonder how far I can get with defense level A. Keep in mind, very, very low amount of attack, only 270%. Normally, once again, right about now would be 400, possibly 300 minimum. And yet, we're at 270. This is actually one of the easiest floors that you can possibly get when it comes to the Ninja World War. These guys are pretty much pushovers. They have very little defense, relatively speaking, compared to their the other floors or the other cards in the other floors. And they also have a small amount of HP, once again, relatively speaking. Like, we're talking, instead of possibly 1 trillion worth of not 1 trillion, possibly 100 billion worth of HP, they only have 50 billion or 75 billion. So, yeah, you know. Hopefully, yeah, and see, we keep on getting a great curse seal on Jiraiya. Hopefully, oh no, still a great curse seal. And still dealing that massive amount of damage. Looks like my family's coming in, so I should probably end the video here. I'll post it on the description how far I got with this team. So yeah, bye guys.